Hey, what's up? My name's Liam. Today I'm going to talk to you about unplanned parenthood. For those of you who don't know what unplanned parenthood is, well, you had 7 minutes of fun, you fucked a girl, gave it to her good, and then now, 9 months later, you have a baby. Now, I have never had, or been a baby's mama. I've never had the whole, shit. Well, just got my girl pregnant, and now I've got to deal with this. Wah! Wah! I'm your baby. Wah! So you're probably thinking, well, how can I talk to you about unplanned parenthood when I haven't been a parent myself? Well, I'm going to tell you that even though I have not been a parent, I have had friends who have been. I am adopted, and my birth mother was a teen. Um, I have seen social workers who have talked to teens, and I have talked to teens who have been pregnant myself. Now, this is what you got to realize, okay? First, I'm sure you know as to how you had the baby. All those, great things you did and all those fun things you did together, the whole and the and then the whole cum face But now I'm going to tell you as to why you had the baby. You didn't have the baby because you wanted the baby. You had the baby because it happened. You guys did something, and now this is kind of what's happening afterwards. You had the sex, this is the consequence of the unprotected sex and the pregnancy. So how do you deal with that? Well, I'm going to tell you right now. In my honest opinion, you should not keep it. I'm not saying you abort it. I'm saying there's a lot of options. And I know that, you have this life growing inside you. It's difficult to deal with. It's really, really tough. You supposedly love this child, but can you be a proper parent to it? Usually unplanned pregnancy happens in your early teens. Sometimes when you're an adult, I can talk about that later on how to deal with that, but usually when you're a teen. And usually what it is, you don't have that, you know, $40,000 to $50,000 a year job. You don't have a proper living space to upbring it, and you're either gonna raise it with your family, being your parents, and possibly the baby's daddy if he sticks around, or you're gonna have to deal with it yourself. You aren't ready for that. You aren't ready for that responsibility. You may think you are. You may think, hey, well, I'm like the biggest shit on my block, or hey, well, I'm a straight A student. I can take care of it. It's fine. No, you can't. You're a teenager. You're still a little kid, and you ain't ready to take care of another life. Okay? Some people can do it. I've seen people who put themselves through college and work their ass off, but I'm going to tell you right now, that is a 10% chance out of 100. And I'm going to be very honest with you. You may be, but you probably won't be in that 10%. Okay? So this is what I'm going to recommend. Adoption is a really, 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 really good choice. Abortion, if that's what you want. If you feel like that's the way to go, then that's the way to go, and you know what? Good on you. It's a really tough choice, but if you feel you can make it, then I support it, and hopefully your family will support it too. Okay? I'm almost out of time, so I'm going to talk about one more thing. If you feel that your parents won't be able to deal with the fact that you're pregnant, there are living places that you can go, especially in Toronto and throughout Canada. I'll look up for some in the States or wherever, depending if I get a reply back. But there are plenty of places, alternative living places where you can live, where you will be a mother who is safe, protected by the governments and by agencies, and you'll be able to bring your life into the world and whatever. They'll also teach you how to take care of this baby. But if you take my suggestion and do, the adoption thing, which will be hard, but you can still go to those living places or tell your parents that you're not planning to keep the baby. And eventually, with time, you can work things out and you'll come to agreement. I know it sounds impossible. I know it sounds like, well, my parents come from this background and it isn't acceptable, or my parents believe in this and it isn't acceptable, but it is possible to fix things. It takes a lot of time, but it is possible. Also, if you need support, there's lines you can call and places you can go. All right. I'll be talking more on this later. My name is Liam, and I'm your advice guru. Peace.